Mary, it's your turn. Happy solstice. Cutting the deck and we'll get started. I like my new cloth, but it's very slippery. All right. What covers you? What sums up your overall situation? So it's a situation where there is a partnership with somebody working toward a common goal that has to do, autumn is pentacles, so it has to do with material things like a job, a home, your family, your material things. So there's somebody that may be working with you to, say, build a home or to do your job. And it's where both people are equally invested into this goal. They're both working equally hard, and they're both investing their work into making this happen. It's the beginning still, toward the beginning. So not a whole lot has been accomplished yet, but this partnership will help combine the energy of both of you toward more progress. This is what crosses you, what affects this for better or for worse, is the Three of Spring. So you do have, this is typically referencing the support of the females around you. Not necessarily just females, but it's that feminine, nurturing cheerleader energy. So you are getting a lot of support with this venture, and it's all focusing on the good things that you're doing. Nobody's giving you a hard time about your mistakes. Nobody is giving you criticism or really even advice. They're just noticing your gains and your progress, and they're saying, yeah, good job, you can do it, you're great. They believe in you, and they're helping you believe in yourself, and that's keeping your spirits up and your morale with this project. That, you know, even though you're toward the beginning, they are showing you the positive aspects that they see in you, and they're reminding you of your capability and your talents. At the foundation of this, so what gave rise to this situation right here, what it kind of blossomed out of, that was a Prince of Spring. So what led you to here was if it was somebody in your life that would have been a younger man, somebody presenting as younger, not necessarily younger in age, somebody who's very enthusiastic. He is very loving, but he is very kind of scattered a little bit. Like he's go, go, go. He's got all this energy, all these things he wants to do, all these ideas, and he's working on them. He'll just jump into it without even thinking about the plan, without even thinking about whether it's reasonable or whether it's worth it. Just kind of impulsive, like, oh, I'm going to do this. I'm going to charge in this direction. Puts everything he has into whatever he's doing right now, but may abandon that effort because something else might come up. So a lot of starts, not a whole lot of finishes, a lot of energy, but not a lot of focus to that energy. Now, this person could be inspiring, though, because they do have a lot of optimism and an infectious spirit, but they may not necessarily have their plan all together. So you wouldn't necessarily want to follow this person, but you can draw from their energy and let that inspire and propel you. So that could have been, somebody like that who let you think, oh, yeah, I can do this. All right, which is good. In your recent past, as it pertains to this situation, you've accomplished a goal that had to do with your, again, material needs. So either you bought a house or you got that promotion or finally got your finances in order. This signifies that you have satisfied the obligation aspect of what you're doing. So now you feel like you have permission and it's okay to start thinking about, well, what would make you emotionally happy? Maybe things that we don't think of as necessities, but also that are just important, like indulging yourself in a creative pursuit or spending time painting, watching the ocean, whatever it is that brings you other type of fulfillment other than what you need. Of course, we can't really go toward those things, or we don't feel like we should, as long as there are bills to be paid and kids to be taken care of. But with all those things kind of being set, you're now, or at least recently, we're now able to focus your energy in a different direction that had a different slant, like for something more personal, something more joyful, something less need-based and more want-based. In your near future, as it pertains to this situation, you may encounter a woman that embodies these characteristics, or you may find that aspect of yourself where you get, and I believe just intuitively, I feel that this would be you, but I could be wrong. This is where you reach the full maturity of the suit. And as the queen, it would be the receptive energy. So not demanding or active or going out and necessarily doing things, but having a good head on your shoulders, having your priorities in order, your responsibilities being a focus, having a good dispersion of energy between the things that you need to do, and the things that you want to do. So not neglecting your needs in order to pursue your wants. So that's, again, yeah, you may have accomplished this and you might want to go pursue something that is a little more frivolous, but at the same time, you will find yourself coming into a place where you do have a good balance, where you do have a good system going, where you do have you're grounded and you've got a firm foundation and a good sense of responsibility and how to take care of your basic needs. So you're that saying that you, even if you do decide to pursue something else, you're very much you will be anyway, very much in touch with the things that you need to do, and you're not going to you place a high priority on those and a big importance. So those will still definitely be at the forefront, and you're not going to forget or neglect them. What crowns you, the best thing you have going for you in this situation? Got a lot of people going on here. All right. So the best thing that you have going for you is there's a man who, he's blunt, but he is mature. He knows what to say. Just because it's true, he knows it might not necessarily need to be said. He knows how to deliver the truth with tact. But he understands the importance of honesty and directness. Also, not being led by emotions, not letting the emotions overtake you, not being taken off on silly goose chases, or, and this all ties into all of that. You have a man that's going to help remind you what the facts are, what the logical approach is, what you need to do, how it's going to work. He has some good wisdom that he can give you. He's got some experience. He might come across as a little harsh, maybe a little cold. He's not. He does feel, he has emotions, and he does care. To him, though, to show that he cares, he feels the biggest gift he can give you, the most valuable thing, would be pure honesty, because that will allow you to grow and to focus on the things that you need to. He's not going to cut any corners, not going to sugarcoat anything, but he's also not going to unnecessarily just berate you for the purpose of it. Whatever he has to say does have a purpose and a value, and it is for your growth. So if you can get past possibly being offended by his directness, he does have something valuable to contribute to this situation. You in this situation are the Magician. This is one of my favorite cards. Because first, the Fool's journey starts with the Fool just kind of going off in this random direction, not knowing what's going to happen, and just impulse. But then at some point, kind of letting life happen as it does. But then at some point, you start to become aware of the fact that you are in control of your life. You are driving this bus. You are in control of where things end up. You're not just a victim of your circumstances. You're not just along for the ride. You're not just a helpless passenger that has to go where life takes you. You're going to start to get this dawning awareness that your life circumstances are, for the most part, a direct result of the choices that you make. And you start to understand how you can make the different choices to arrive at different destinations. So you start to figure out how, if this is what I want, this is what I can do, and I can make it happen. And this is a very empowering feeling, this awareness now that you can shape your own life and your own future. You're the only one that can, and that's a good feeling. In your environment, something that affects this that is not you. So somebody in your environment is starting a new venture that's leading to their stability or their material needs being met. It's at the very start. So maybe this person hasn't previously put an importance on that, or maybe this person has, up until now, been focused in other areas of their life, but they want to start trying to make some security for themselves, maybe make some money, maybe have a stable home. So they're just starting to try to work toward this goal, possibly like building a house or getting a new job. And so they haven't really gotten very far, but they have the idea, the seed is germinating, and they are starting to move toward that. And of course, with the aces at the beginnings, I love that energy of new beginnings, because right there, everything is fresh and everything is new, and the novelty and excitement of something and the value of it hasn't been faded or lost or taken for granted yet. We're still very much in touch with why we're excited about this and why we want to do this. And at some point, in a lot of ventures, we start to forget, or we start to get immune to the the magic of what we're doing. It starts to maybe get boring, or we get used to it. But somebody that is in your environment, since they are starting with this new, they still have that new excitement, and maybe that will inspire you, or maybe you'll have something to teach them, especially because you've accomplished a lot in this area. You're going to see somebody starting to head down a path that maybe you can help guide them because you've got experience, and you have a lot of accomplishments and knowledge in the things that they're trying to do. Your hopes or fears as it pertains to this situation. This would probably be a fear that you don't make up your mind. So this may be a fear that as you progress down your path, that you might have several different options and that you won't be able to make up your mind. That you may fear that your true desire won't become clearer to you as you go. Right now you're heading toward it, and you're hoping that as you go, you'll get a more firm idea or a clearer picture of exactly where you'd like it to lead. But you worry, well, what if I don't? What if I get all this way and I still don't know what I want to do, and I still don't know which path I want to take? What if it hasn't made itself apparent to me which way I'm supposed to go? What if I don't know what's the right direction?